Need to build a custom CRM, but you don't have any coding skills at all? Not to worry, Knack's AI is going to do it for you. Even afterwards, with our Knack AI, we'll be able to fine-tune our portal. So let's get started. Let's get started by giving it the details that we need for our custom CRM. So let's provide our details here. In this case, I've given it the description, but I do recommend that you give it a good description so it knows what it needs to build. But not to worry, we will be able to modify this afterwards. So let's give Knack AI a few seconds to finish. Here we go, our custom CRM is now ready. And when we say custom, it is fully customizable. We can create brand new tables, pages, user roles, and we can do all of this without manual work. We can actually do this straight from the AI chat here on Knack AI. So currently it's now telling us what it made for us. So inside of this portal, we have 5 data tables, 5 pages created, and 2 user roles. Now you might have forgot to mention something in the beginning, and you forgot to mention that you needed a table for a certain aspect of this custom CRM. Well, not to worry, we can still do this with AI. So in the chat, we'll be able to talk to it and request a brand new table without having to do it manually over here. So currently these are the 5 tables, but we can go into the AI builder, we can kick off a brand new chat or continue with the previous one. So in this one, we are going to ask it for a brand new table, but we are going to ask it to suggest what table we might have forgot to add. So let's ask it. Okay, kicking off this request, and I'm requesting it to actually think for me. So in this case, I don't know what table I might need, but I'm going to ask it to suggest what tables I could need. So let's give this a few seconds. Okay, let's see the results. So remember, in this case, we just asked it. So it knows the tables that I already have on my portal, and it's giving me high priority additions. So a table for companies, product services, task, email, templates. So we're going to ask for companies. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask it to create the table for us. So here we go. Create the companies table for me. And again, it will take a few seconds and it's going to create it for me. So let's wait. Okay, here we go. We just got the results. So this is the plan. Create a companies table with essential business fields. Here we go. Companies table created successfully. So we got a brand new table created for us straight from AI. Core information. So we got core information. It knows company name, industry, healthcare, financial services, etc. And it did this for us automatically. The business details and the next steps. So it's even suggesting to us what we should do next in case we don't want to stop there. So do we want to connect to existing tables, create sample data, add companies page? So yeah, I now want to create a page for this. So let's go ahead and do this and sending this off right now. So we've just created a table even after creating our application, and we are now in the page request. So currently it's making out the plan. So it's going to create a companies page with a table elements to display all companies, and it's going to continue to do this for me. So let's give this a few seconds. Here we go. We now have our page created straight from AI. So the page was created successfully, and we have company table elements, add company form elements, and we got all of this created straight from AI. Now, remember in the beginning, we created a table. That table will be available over here in the tables section. Now we have 5 tables that were created in the beginning, and then after we created it with the AI chat, the companies table. Now in the chat, we didn't request to add records to it, but we could have done that too, adding demo records to this. Now it did add all the fields required so we can get started and add records. So for example, if I go to industry, it added a multiple choice and it added all the choices for me. And I can go ahead and modify this by adding more options, or I can do that from AI, but I have the option to do this manually or via AI. Then I have the user roles, which I didn't create any with AI afterwards, but we have these 2 that were created in the beginning, and I can go ahead and create a brand new user role manually here by creating a role or doing it with the AI chat feature. Now we also have pages, and in pages, we created the company's page. Now in companies, we don't have any details since we don't have any records, but that is possible to create here. Then we have themes. So if you want to change the look and style of your custom CRM, that is possible by doing it here or via AI. There's also flows where you can automate certain processes with flow. So that means that if I need to create a brand new flow, go ahead and create with the template or from scratch. I do recommend that you get started with template, which will help you out understand how flows will actually flow. So get started and install any one of these and go through the installation process. Then you can create your own from scratch. Then I do recommend that you jump into settings and go to the settings one by one. And I do recommend that you go into user logins so you can set up the user login access. So secure individual pages with a login or secure individual pages with the same login. That means that it's going to lock all the pages, but you can manually do this in Pages too. So in Pages, if you click on the options, go to protect page with login, you can go ahead and set this up right here by adding a login to this individual page or to all the pages. Now you can make connections to all of these with the settings on the right. So in this case, I'm in user roles. I can go to the connections and set up my connections to the certain sections of my custom CRM. So it's super easy to build your custom CRM straight with the AI builder or manually. So definitely take advantage of this new feature, sign up and make your custom portal right now on Knack.